You are now watching a Lucky Penny Shop product feature. Hey, it's a Lucky Penny Shop, and I'm going to check out another one of my vintage makers for you. This is the Junior Chef by Coleco Thick Shake Maker. And you know I've done a lot of Junior Chef products. I probably have 4 more different Coleco makers like this for Junior Chef. Now this one here, it says for boys and girls ages 6 to 12, and the box art, as you see, is Sherry Lewis and her puppet lamb chop in the bottom left corner. This does require batteries. Now let me just turn the box around so you can get an idea what's going on. Same kind of artwork here. It says pour milk and tasty mix into container, close the cover, and switch on this blender in seconds. You can serve your friends real thick milkshakes. Delicious. And then this side kind of gives you an idea what it looks like and everything that's included. Now I have most of the original items. I don't have all the mixes. I have one mix. So I'm going to actually use the original mix that came with this set. Now let's take a look at the ones that are on the back here. Corn popper, check. I have done that one. The cotton candy machine, this style, see it through cotton candy machine. I have that one, so maybe I'll do that one next. Polar bear ice maker, I have that one. I just haven't done it yet. And then this oven, I think I have this oven. I would have to check. Watch your own cakes and cookies rise and brown. Okay, yeah, maybe I have that one. I'll have to see. But other than that, oh, and this one here, I have not done this one. I don't have this custard maker. I've seen it, but I don't have it. So here we go. What I need to do now is come back. I'm going to tilt the box down, reorganize some of the parts, and then take it all out so I can show you what it looks like. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at all the pieces. The top part, which is the coolest because it looks like a nice milkshake. 2-piece set. Little hole, so you just drink right out of this container. The instructions, not much there, but enough to at least guide us through the process here. And then if you want refills, that's how they used to do it way back when. You'd send in this little proof of whatever to get your stuff shipped back to you. And look at this, the original cups, I have 3 of them. They're just a regular paper cup. So you can imagine over the years they've kind of deteriorated and threw some out. Now I had to include my own straws. Those were missing, so I grabbed 2 red ones that I had. And then this is the main base. This sits on this. It doesn't really lock in. And then let's see, here is the spoon. And then of course, look at this mix. It's an old mix, but I think I'm going to use it today because, I don't know if you could hear it, it still feels very soft and powdery. And from what I've read, or am reading, or did read on the instructions now, you're not really using ice cream. It's a milkshake without ice cream. And the mix is what makes it frothy. So let's see, let me grab some batteries. Let's take a look at the unit. And I had to do some pre-testing just to make sure that it didn't leak and that the motor was working, and it was. It just needed a little bit of extra lubrication on the end of the motor. Okay, here we go. Very much like the other one. This is how the inside looks. So let me grab batteries, one this way and one this way, and then I will turn it on from here so you can see this is where the pin is. I lubricated that, and it makes for a nice spinny motor. Okay, so yes, that needs to be done, especially on older toys. I do spend sometimes hours on some toys to try to prep them, fix them, and make them work. Okay, that's about it. So I'm going to come back with some milk. Now they do say you could use ice cream, very small quantities, but I'm going to follow this original Junior Chef thick shake recipe, and then we'll all go over it one more time just to make sure it doesn't require ice cream. Come back with those ingredients, and then I'm going to make myself a milkshake. All right, here we go. It requires a 1/2 cup milk and 5 level scoops of the flavoring mix. Now I'm going to also maybe try some regular old Ovaltine, because they do say you can add ice cream in small quantities, and it's a special note. I'm going to follow this first process here. They say a 1/2 cup of milk, which is one of these. Now I don't feel like using one of these, so I'm going to use a regular measuring cup. I've got a cup there, so I can do half at a time. for this mix and maybe the chocolate one. All right, so they want that in there. So let's just reconfigure everything here. Let's get you a nice shot inside. How's that? All right. Pour a half a cup of milk approximately. So let me just eyeball it since the cups are on the other side. I'll get it to where this says a half a cup. A little bit more. Now you think for the size of the container, you should be able to put more on, but I'm not sure it can handle it. Just a tiny pinch more. Okay, that should be enough. Into the jar and move the switch lever to on. All right, move the switch lever to on. Let's see. Okay, that's working good. Then 5 level scoops. Here we go. This is going to be interesting. I've never had a powder this old before. Now that's strawberry. It smells a little pungent-y, so I'm probably not going to try much of this one. But I want to see if their powdered mix actually is better than regular mix. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here we go. 5. When you have finished adding the mix, place the top cover on, which I won't, and run for 2 minutes. That's a long time. All right, I'm gonna let it run for 2 minutes. Okay, it's been 2 minutes. I guess there are some bubbles, not a lot of frothing. It says let stand for 1 minute, which I don't understand, but I will do it just to let it go and then come back in 1 minute and then pour it in a cup, and I'll probably give it a taste. Why not? All right, here we go. 1 minute it's been sitting and it is still pretty frothy, so let's just pour it in. That's kind of why I use a lot of clear and white containers. It has a slightly reddish hue to it. I don't know. Let me just give it a little taste. I'm going to give it a little taste. I'll be daring here. Normally I wouldn't taste such an old mix, but here we go. I will slurp that up. Slightly rancid, but there's still a hint of strawberry in there. Interesting. All right, let me come back now. I'm going to bring in some chocolate ice cream, some chocolate powder, and make up another one. All right, here we go. Fresh ingredients, something I could actually taste. Hopefully it'll get the taste of that putrid tasting strawberry mix, but here we go. Another half a cup of milk. Let's turn this on. 5 scoops. It sounded like it was getting a little rough there. I'll go a little bit more. Now it says you can use your own mixes like I'm doing now, so you probably can adjust according to taste. Alright, now I want to put some ice cream in. It's been softening up a little bit. We'll see how it handles this. It's still going. Alright, here's the last bit. They didn't give any specific quantity on the ice cream. Alright, I'm going to let this go for 2 minutes now. It seems like it's still holding up. And like I did last time, I'll show you some of that just so you can get the sensation of it spinning. All right, right, turn it off. Now let it stand for a minute. But I don't think I need to let it stand because I want to enjoy it right now. So let me change my camera angle here, pour this in another glass, and give this one a taste. All right, I think the fun of it, though, is to fill this up and just mix up a big amount of it and probably drink right out of that container. But here we go. Let me pour some in just so you can see the consistency, because that's kind of what it's all about. That's a long time to mix on any blender, isn't it? 2 minutes? Okay, so it's just as milky as the last one. Here we go. This will be my taste. Now this one's probably going to taste much better. Yes, and it's colder with the ice cream. Okay, there you go. Pretty cool. At least we tried it. We understand it. We know how it works. And it's another one in my list of different makers that I have tested for you on video. Now, how many of these have I done? I can't even tell you. Hundreds of different ovens and makers and kid sets? Probably. I mean, if you want to go watch those, go look in that description. There's going to be a playlist there. And if you can, it would help me out tremendously if you can take some time. If you can fit it in your schedule, I would appreciate watch some of those videos. Give the video a thumbs up and share it. And as always, thanks for watching and supporting Lucky Penny Shop. Later! If you're looking for the item you just saw in the video, click here. Watch more videos by clicking here. Don't forget to share on social media and give a thumbs up.
Hey, LPS-Dave.
What's up, Butch?
Make sure they don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah, please click here to subscribe to Lucky Penny Shop. And always remember, when you see a lucky penny,
Pick it up.